Traditionally, the Netherlands submarine force was divided into two kinds. The O-type were meant to operate in the Atlantic, while the K-type were meant to operate in the East Indies. I know I'm repeating myself, just stay with me. Great idea, but it basically fell apart in the mid-30s for political reasons. In short, because the O-type was meant to defend the homelands, their cost was charged to the War Department, Army, while the K-type intended to protect the East Indies was charged to the Navy. So, by burying her in the Army's budget as an O-type, they could get a K-type the Navy otherwise couldn't afford. This effectively ended the division. From now on, all subs would be designated as general-purpose O-types. The first of these, which entered service on October 16, 1936, was the 984 surface and 1,194 submerged ton O-16. To a large degree, she was a continuation of previous subs. Her sonar was of a then-modern German type, arguably among the best in the world. The hull was made of even higher strength German steel, which allowed a better diving depth and, in theory, was more resistant to damage. She also was mostly welded, continuing the general trend in that direction. She also continued to carry the unique external torpedo tubes. Main armament was 4 bow and 4 stern 533mm torpedo tubes, each with a reload. Additionally, a twin-turnable 533mm torpedo mount was carried externally forward of the sail. One 88mm deck gun was fitted in front of the sail. Propulsion was provided on the surface by 2 diesel engines that provided 3,200 horsepower to recharge the batteries and run the 2 propellers up to 18 knots. While submerged, she ran on batteries that powered the motors, which provided 920 horsepower for a top speed of 9 knots. Test depth was 80 meters. Sonar was of an Atlas type. O-16 was in the East Indies in May 1940 and remained there through the start of the Pacific War. She was patrolling the Gulf of Thailand when war was declared and immediately began hunting Japanese troop convoys heading for the Malay Peninsula's east coast. On the 11th, she spotted a lone transport and damaged it. On the 12th, she spotted another transport and followed it to the Bay of Soang Patani, where several other troop ships were anchored. Knowing such opportunities were rare, she waited till night and sailed into the 36-foot deep bay and fired 6 torpedoes, damaging or sinking 6 transports before making her way out. Hugging the coast on her way back to Singapore, on December 15th, she ran into a Japanese minefield and was sunk with only 1 survivor.